Chapter 10 Monday morning at school, everyone was crowding around to hear the full stories. "I've been always taught," said Pinky, "that the characters in books come out to play after the library closed. I don't suppose you saw any." "Of course not," said Francine. "They were afraid of the ghost." "Ghost?" said Buster. He shivered a little. Francine nodded. "But they didn't bother us, except for that one with no head," said Arthur. "Right, Francine?" They winked at each other. As the bell rang, the kids headed for the classroom. "So, would you do your report one?" Buster asked Arthur. Arthur stopped short. Francine wouldn't have bumped into him, but she had stopped short too. "Report?" Arthur and Francine exchanging a panicky look. In all the excitement, they had forgotten about Jonah's work. That look was still on their faces as Muffy finished her report a little while later. The blackboard was lined with crosswire, motor chalks, and grapes. "And so," she concluded, "it's no exaggeration to say that without Edward Miss Crosswire, there wouldn't be no Edward City as we know it." "Very illuminating, Lady Muffy," said Mr. Rabbit. "That brings us to—" He looked down at his note. "Arthur and Francine." The two partners shuffled up to the front on the room. They stood before the class and cleared their throats. Said Arthur. "We picked Jonah Bark for our report, but we really didn't get a chance to run as much as we couldn't, because," Francine said suddenly, "we are too busy running the true meaning of heroism. It is just the stuff you find in books in real life." Arthur stared at her. "That's right," Francine went on. "When we were locked in the library, I might have been really terrible. Actually, it was terrible at first, because we were fighting at everything. Then Arthur came to rescue me because he thought I was in danger." "Exactly," said Arthur, "and Francine was really brave and resourceful too. She found out where the food was and saved me some pizza." The class cheered. "That's very good," said Mr. Rabbit. "It looked like your adventure taught you something important." Arthur and Francine beamed at each other. "So I'll give you until tomorrow to do your assignment." "After all we've been taught," said Francine. "Oh, yes," said Mr. Rabbit. "I shouldn't give you report special meaning." Later that day, Arthur and Buster were walking home from school. "I hate to say it," said Buster, "but Francine's not so bad." Arthur nodded. "She can be a lot of fun. She is a good friend." At that moment, Francine whizzed by on her bike. She rode right through a puddle, splashing the boy with muddy water. "Sorry!" she yelled over her shoulder. Arthur and Buster looked down at their wet shirt. Arthur sighed. "But nobody's perfect," he said. The end.